This video will show you how to install Pat's Oracle Auto Trader on Bluewater Trader. First, if you're already running TA Trader and you're on the 32-bit version, TA Trader, you need to upgrade to the 64-bit version. If you're already running 64-bit, to the next step. To upgrade to the 64-bit version, you're going to open a web browser, you're going to go to www.bluewatertrading.net, secure site, you have the link on top, it's your My Platform page. You're going to head and log in using your username and the password and log in. And here you have a few download links. The one you want is this one called Bluewater Trader 8.1.4. And as you release new versions, this updates. But Bluewater Trader is the one you want to download. Before you download it, there's a link here to Getting Started Videos. Click here for 64-bit Getting Started Videos. If you click on that link, it's going to take you to a YouTube page where you can see downloads. Bluewater Trader tutorials will be posted here as they become available. That is the link Getting Started Videos for 64-bit version. Click on the link Bluewater Trader and you see it downloads the software on the left hand side of your browser. It's downloaded, you see it's blocked. You're going to click on the three dots. You're going to say keep the file. And here you get that this app might harm your device. So you show more and you keep the file anyway. Then you click on show in folder and here you have your file to install. You double click on the file and it's a Windows Defender says it's protected to PC, and now you need to click on more info and click on run anyway. And now the installation is going to start. You say yes, and now we can close the file explorer, we can close the web browser, and here you have the installation start. The first thing is the redistributable package. Click on install. Now if you get an error message that it failed to install, don't worry, just click yes, it's installed fine anyway, and it starts the regular Bluewater Trader install. Next, accept, next, next, and it starts installing the software, and now we're done. Now you see you have a Bluewater Trader icon and a cross called Bluewater Remote Support. Bluewater Trader is the one you want to start with. Type in your password. And now you check this checkbox, prompt credentials. What that's going to do, when you click on login, it's going to stop and it's going to show you this credentials window. The information you need to update is this. The price section should be the username and password for your live trading account. And the execution should be the username and password for your live trading account. I'm using CQG on this specific login. So in this case, it would be my live CQD username and password on both the price section and the execution section. That's the only two sections you need to touch. Then you click OK. You will have gotten an email with 4 attachments. One is going to be your layout, the Pat layout. 3 other ones going to be the strategies you need to run. Those are going to be for NASDAQ, oil, and ES. Save those 4 attachments to your desktop. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to open up a file explorer. And you're going to go to the folder Documents. And you see another folder called Bluewater Trader. So Documents, Bluewater Trader, and you see the folders you can move stuff into. The layout file is going to go into the layouts folder. So double click on the layouts folder so it opens, then drag and drop the file in so you can see the whole file, Pat layout, in the folder. The next thing you're going to do, go back up to Bluewater Trader, go down to the strategies folder, and drag the 3 other files in there. 1, 2, and just drop them in there. So you have 3 strategies listed in that folder. So now under Documents, Bluewater Trader, and Layout folder, you have your layout. Under your Strategies folder, 3 strategies. Then you can close the File Explorer. Now you have all the correct locations. So double click on Bluewater Trader. It's going to open up the login window. You type in your username and your password. Now remember, you can only run 64 or 32-bit versions. One or the other, not at the same time. You select the layout because you dropped it into the layouts folder, so it shows up here. And the next thing you're going to do is to go ahead and click on login. It's going to start logging in. And all these files open up in front of you. Before we start, assume that you typed in the wrong information or this price and this trade button are red. If that happens, you have to exit the platform again because you typed in the wrong information in your credential screen. Then you're going to go back to Bluewater Trader, type in your password, select the layout again, and now you check this checkbox prompt credentials. What that's going to do, when you click on login, it's going to stop and it's going to show you this credentials window. The information you need to update is this. The price section should be the username and password for your live trading account. And the execution should be the username and password for your live trading account. I'm using CQG on this specific login. So in this case, it would be my live CQD username and password on both the price section and the execution section. That's the only two sections you need to touch. Then you click OK. And now it starts logging in. You get a green price, a green trade. That means your login worked fine. And now these things start popping back up again. Charts are building, and here we go. We have the default chart for Pat's layout. You have the ES, the default algo. It has the sim account pre-selected and a one lot. You have the market profile for the ES. Same thing for NASDAQ. Same thing for oil. And same thing for nat gas. Alright, so those are the four markets you get by default. Also in the background you see three strategy windows. These are strategy builder execute windows. In order to run a strategy, you're going to have it loaded in here, and on the ES case, you have an execution window for the PAT ES 987i. That's one of the strategies we dropped in the strategies folder. You have a sim account selected, you have a one lot selected, and you have pre-selected the default entry and exit strategies you need to have for this to function. What you need to do when you're ready to start trading, and I'm going to show you for one market, and it's the same on the other markets as well. You are going to, on the market profile, it's the same as before, you're going to right click on the market profile, you're going to go to drawings, open your drawing tools. You have to draw a high volume area using the price range, not as undefined. If you draw it as undefined, I'm just going to change the background color real quick. If you draw a background using the undefined, select my drawing tool, that's the equal sign, and I draw it, that range is not going to be shown or used in the strategy builder. If you draw it as a price range, you're going to be forced, see, it's going to give you an error message and say this range cannot be added. Make sure the name is added. So you need to put in a name. In this case I'm going to call just AA, and then I can draw a range again, and you'll see now you have a name beside the range. That tells you that this is a price range and it can be used in strategy builder. Now in order to customize this so you can draw the range, you need to check the background checkbox, and if you want the ranges to show up on all your ES chart, you also check global. Doesn't need to be, but the range is going to be used anyway. So click on the equal sign, that's your range tool. Make sure the background is checked, make sure you have a price range selected, give it a name, and then you're going to draw a high volume area right there, for instance. The next thing you're going to do is draw a high volume area maybe down here. See, the second time you give you a warning, you have to give it a unique name. So close it down, type in a new name, and then select another range, and that's going to be your second range. Now, I'm not trying to draw high volume areas per se, I'm just doing it as an example. And you can see here, these two ranges will be used in the strategy once you get it started. The way you start a strategy once you've drawn your ranges is you go over to the execute window, and you just click on start. Correct account is selected, the number of lots you want to trade, and you click on start. At this point the strategy moves to a state called wait for inside bar, and now it's running. It says in the bottom status window started running, and at this point it can start trading. And once you loaded up the strategy and started it, the last thing you need to do, save your work. You're going to go to trading or application, and you're going to say platform, you can say layouts and save, and that's going to allow you to save the layout and pick a different name. It's going to be, in this case, say Peter's Moneymaker. Then you click on save. Now the layout is saved. Also, if you just try to exit the platform, trading, exit platform, it's going to always ask you if you want to save the layout. In this case, I'm going to say yes, and in this case I'm going to say Peter's Moneymaker. Fine, say yes and override it. In this case, you're going to leave your default layout untouched in case you need to revert back for it. Start up the platform again, you'll see it's going to say layout you just saved is going to be by pre-selected. You type in your password, and you click on login, and it's going to come back to where you were. It's going to log in, give you 4 green lights, cycle through the data server, everything's going to start popping up again, and here you are. So you're back again, not exactly on the same order, but here's your ES chart. Here's your ES, there it is, that's my ES strategy. So I have my ES strategy up here, I have my market profile, and I can just restart it again if I want to keep running it. So click on start, and now it's back up and running, using these ranges as you had drawn before.